Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, wait. Okay, all right. Are we ready? Welcome to the Lingua Fusion webinar. I say a big welcome to everyone. Thank you very much for joining. If you're um, just passing us by, thank you very much. And to all our members on the waiting group, thank you so much. We so much appreciate you. Thank you for joining the vision. Thank you for joining the movement. It means a whole lot to us, and we're looking forward to having the best of time with yourself. Thank you so much. If you're just joining, please introduce yourself. Let us know if you're coming directly from the WhatsApp group or you just stumbled on our live stream on YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I cannot thank you enough. I'm so excited that, you're all here tonight. Yeah, so we are here to talk about, Lingua Fusion AI Summit. This is just the introductory webinar session, and we really, really would love you to know what it's all about, the reason why we are having, the reason why this vision came about, and um, what it tends to offer, and what you tend to gain as participants of the summit. So please, guys, if you have friends who are um, language professionals, who are bilinguals, who are um, multilinguals, who are polyglots, who are multilinguals generally, or language enthusiasts, please bring them on board. Tell them to join. Share the link with them. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you. So, we're looking forward to having everyone. Thank you so much. And yes, so tonight we are here to understand the purpose of the vision of Lingua Fusion. Please let me know in the chat box if you can hear me, because I really want to know if I'm audible enough. I really want to know if I'm audible enough. Please let me know if you can hear me. If you're right here, if you can hear me, please let me know. Just drop something in the comments and let's know if you can hear us. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Abayomi Adeoye. Thank you very much for letting us know that you can hear us. Thank you. So, we're also speaker. All right. So our other speaker is going to be talking about the importance of artificial intelligence and so many other things about AI. So now the goal of this webinar, okay, is for you, okay, to understand the purpose and vision of Lingua Fusion AI Summit, to learn how AI is transforming language careers globally. also for you to discover opportunities available through Lingua Fusion Pro. And also we want you to understand the true value of language skills these days, and also for you to join the Lingua Fusion community as well. That is if you are not yet a member. So please feel free to also share the link to your friends. Okay, please share the link to your friends so that they can join us. Lingua Fusion is for people who are in the career path of languages, people who have studied language as probably like a degree in the university, or probably people who are naturally bilingual and have deeper interest in to use the language skill as as an I mean as an advantage, or as a means of livelihood. Why? Because language itself is a skill, is a tool, and it is something you can actually live on. So um before we move on, okay, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Omolara Sheweje. I am a bilingual Nigerian. I studied French and English as my BA. Before I got to the university, I've always had a passion for French language. I did French language. I came up, I contact, I came across French language first of all in primary school, and ever since then I have had a very strong interest in French language, and I have ever since then I have been, very, very keen on knowing more about the language. Before I got to the university, I also wrote French in my WAEC and in my NECO examinations in secondary school, and happily I came out in flying colors. um, I've participated in some French community activities. Also, I participated in some French mentorship um, activities through Alliance Francaise, where we had a cohort with different secondary schools from Kogi State, Kwara State, and Osun State back then in 1990. I think 1999. I think that would have been like the year 2000 or 2000 and 2000, I guess. So yes, so ever since then, even after secondary school days, I made French language a part of my life. I always try to improve my speaking skills by engaging people, reading, books that are in French language, and also doing activities in French language. So I have learned French language after secondary school. I also went into the university, and I purposely requested to study French and English. And today, I currently own my own French company in Nigeria called Speak French with Ease. I teach people French language online and in person. However, at the moment, I am no longer. I relocated to the United Kingdom with my family, but I still come over to Nigeria to do some contracts for French language, in French language as well. So recently we got interpretation services with my company, where we did interpretation at a conference with Lamata in Lagos State. That's, I think, Lagos State maintain some. It has to do with transportation. I can't remember the full meaning of Lamata. Sorry. So yes. So what what made me, keen on getting on this project. So when I studied French and English, I realized that many language graduates had some concerns, such as like asking themselves, what next? So, I saw students gain confidence and people secure jobs. I saw people travel abroad and saw language opening doors for people. Yes, I also saw thousands of talented language graduates who didn't know how to who didn't know how powerful their language skills really were. And that question inspired Lingua Fusion. Now, Lingua fusion is not just a subject, it's a gateway to global opportunities for students to gain, confidence, people to secure international jobs, such as freelance jobs, interpretation jobs, translation gigs, and also for families to be able to also move abroad with their language skills, and also to where lingua fusion is also a place where lives are meant to be transformed through the skill of languages. Now, as language enthusiasts, as bilinguals, polyglots, and everything, a lot of people don't understand the power they carry, as people who have languages as their skill. If you speak more than one language, I'm not talking about just your local language, I'm talking about speaking your local language and also some other international languages other than your lingua franca in your country. For example, in Nigeria, we speak English, and then in Nigeria, we have our local languages such as Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and so many other languages like that. However, in the same Nigeria, we also have French as a second language. Why? Because we are in the midst of, Nigeria is surrounded by diverse French countries all around, itself. Nigeria shares borders with only French languages. The other English languages are like in between, or, um, a French country is in between that English country before you get to Nigeria. So it's very important for a Nigerian to at least be able to speak a minimum of, English language and a little bit of French language. And now talking about the global space, many Nigerians love to, migrate. When you migrate, there are other languages that these countries that you migrate to speak. And there are so many countries out there that don't speak English. So many countries out there speak Spanish, they speak Portuguese, they speak German, they speak so many other, diverse languages. And it's important as a Nigerian, especially people who love to explore, people who love to, as Africans, we are one of the most creative Africans, as Africans generally. Nigerians are one of the most creative Africans. We have people in literally almost all walks of life. And language is also one forte that we have. A lot of Nigerians are they are blessed with the skill of language. We have lots of Nigerians who speak Chinese, who speak Portuguese, German, and all that. There is literally no country you get to in Europe that you will not find a Nigerian there. Now, as someone who is even Nigerian living in Nigeria, you know, we need to understand that there is a lot of things that language can do for you as a person. It breaks my heart because, as someone who graduated from French language, I recently had a conversation with someone who we graduated the same year, but we met in French school. I went, as someone who studied French in Nigeria, you have to go to French school for the immersion course in your 300 level. That's in your third year in the university. Now, during my third year in the university, my school went to Togo, that's Lomé. So when we went to Togo, we met with different schools, different universities from Nigeria. And thank you very much for joining, Ephraim. Thank you very much. Abayomi Adeoye 274. Thank you very much, Ephraim Nana. Please, if you have friends that you feel like they need to be here, please share the link with them and encourage them to join. Okay, encourage them to join. Now, let's as I was saying, right? So um I came across one of the people that I met when I was in French school. That was in Village du Benin. Village du Benin is a French school in Togo. It's a place where French students, French universities, or French students in different parts of Africa go to in order to learn French language. So one of the best students in one of the schools that we met there, we had a conversation sometime early this year, and he was telling me he's not working. And I asked him, what were you doing? He said he was working in a company. And I'm like, for all I know, you are one of the best students in your class. And how did I get to know that? This fellow, when we're in French school, we are encouraged to take exams. So these are language to these exams are to assess how good you are in French language or in any language you are speaking. For example, in English language, the language proficiency is IELTS. They call it IELTS. So in French, the language proficiency test is either DELF, there is DELF or TCF or TEF. Now, these TEF or TCF, they are like the same standards with IELTS. But the DELF and the DALF is for like it's graded. So the level that is very high in DELF is the one they call DALF. So DELF is the French diploma test examination, and in every language proficiency test, you have the speaking, the written, the listening, and the writing. Now, these exams, when we were in French school, this particular person I was talking about, he actually he took this test. He took DELF B and B, that's B1, B2, and then now took DELF C, and that's DELF C1. And guess what? This fellow passed. Now, this fellow, we got to have a conversation this year, and he's telling me that he doesn't have a job. He's not doing well financially. And this guy made me understand that he has never practiced as a French graduate. He has not done any job with his certificate, and I was shocked. As a French graduate, I have worked in telecommunications as someone who talks to customers in French, English, and my local dialect, that's Yoruba language. And it has been a great experience for me. And one thing about language that I realize is that if you don't practice language, you get to lose the skill. Many people don't understand that. And one thing I also realized in Nigeria is that many people in Nigeria get to write a lot. We know how to write very well, but many of us don't know how to speak because we don't get to speak. We don't get to open our mouth. One of the challenges is because Nigeria is an Anglophone country. So we speak English a whole lot in Nigeria. However, there are places where you find people who speak French. For example, many housemaids usually come from Francophone countries. Yes, many housemaids usually come from Francophone countries. Many bikemen, some laborers, and all that come from all these countries. Now, if you get to speak languages like this, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Please, whenever you join, try to just leave a message in the comment section. Let's know. Just give some props, right? Thank you very much. So now, um, the this fellow, okay, when he told me he wasn't doing well financially, I was surprised, and I could hardly believe myself, because I believed that he would have probably been earning millions by now, knowing very well that he is, he was one of the best people in his class. Now, I need you to understand something about our skills as language professionals, as bilinguals, polyglots, and multilinguals. We have a weapon in our hands, and it's important for us to use it. Your language, even if you are a Yoruba person and you study Yoruba, you're different from someone who only speaks Yoruba as a language, because the fact that you studied the language has given you in-depth knowledge about the language, and there's a lot you can do with it. Many people can speak a language, but not everybody can write with it. Many people can speak a language, and not everybody can translate or interpret with it. Now, as anyone who speaks a language, now Lingua Fusion is here to make you understand that you are valuable, As long as you speak diverse languages, you are valuable. If you are Yoruba and you speak Igbo, you speak Hausa, you speak Pidgin English very well, and you can write in these languages, you have a ton of weapons in your hand. Lingua Fusion is here to make you realize things like this and teach you how to make use of it and be the best out of it. Also, on in Lingua Fusion, we're also talking about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. Now, AI is transforming industry. Every sector, finance, healthcare, tech, now operates globally and needs multilingual professionals who understand both languages, who understand diverse languages and cultures to come on board and help them. Artificial intelligence, AI is seeking, they're seeking people to teach AI machines. If you are good with other languages, you can actually get jobs globally even while you are still in one place. For example, if you're in Nigeria, you can work with companies globally through remote working. Okay, the world is your office basically. I mean, language skills unlock remote roles across continents, allowing you to work for global companies from anywhere in the world. Now, also, companies need multilingual talent. Companies such as telecommunications, multinationals, and all other companies like that. Even banks. Today we have First Bank in Benin Republic. Before they moved to Benin Republic, they needed people who speak diverse languages apart from English language, because their staff that they're going to take to Benin Republic must speak French. They cannot speak English. All right, they must be able to speak English and French. That is, if they don't speak French at all, like if they don't speak French in depth, they must speak French and English, at least a minimum of, to be like at the intermediate level, or probably a little up above basic, right? So brands, okay, expanding internationally, always need people who can communicate authentically with local audiences, not just translation, but cultural fluency, okay? I also want you to understand that cultural intelligence is valuable. AI can translate words, but it cannot replicate human empathy. So, AI in Lingua Fusion is meant for us to use it as a tool and not see it as a threat. So, what is Lingua Fusion about? Lingua Fusion is about us bringing language talents together, connecting one another. Let's connect, let's build a network, and let us also take ourselves forward by improving on our language skills, by taking courses to advance our skills, and also seeking jobs. You can get jobs, as I mean, in other environment outside your locality. And one beautiful thing about the world now is that it has made things so easy. Things are getting easier and easier by the day now, because you can connect with anywhere in the world, as long as you have a system. As long as you have a system. Okay. Now, I want to share my screen, right, for you to see. So let's talk about confidence, right? Yes. So confidence is what is your biggest challenge? I would like you to talk to me. Yes. So can you tell me your biggest challenge as a language professional? I want to hear from you. Is it lack of opportunities, finding jobs, confidence, or is it networking or career direction? I would like you to drop a comment in the comment box. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. What is your biggest challenge with your as a if you're a language graduate? Okay, what's your biggest challenge? If you are someone who is learning through Duolingo, what do you intend to achieve with your language skills? And then can you tell me which language you speak? So can we engage ourselves by just let's just I really want you to put something in the comment box. Thank you. So do I have Abayomi here and do I have Ephraim here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, right. Okay. Thank you very much. So, for different types of people, okay, for some language graduates, finding jobs is a very, very big challenge. Finding jobs is a very big challenge. Some people is lack of opportunities, and that's the honest truth. Um, in Nigeria particularly, there are people who are good at, good in their skills, but they don't have the opportunity because, they don't have the right, they don't have the right connections and all that. In Nigeria, sometimes it's not just about who you are, it's about who you know. So if you're unable to access the opportunity through people, sometimes it can be very, very hard. Also, confidence, you know some people are not they are unsure about the value of the language skills that they possess. Some people are unsure, and also some people also don't have, we've already mentioned this one about not no connection in the right circles. And also, some people have challenges with career direction. Now, in this aspect, not everybody who graduated with a language wants to teach with that language. So that is where the question comes: what else can you do with your skill? Here are traditional careers: teaching, translation, interpretation, language tutoring. But there are emerging careers for language, for language professionals, for language graduates. These are things like AI trainers, AI language trainers, localization specialists, international customer support, language data analyst, virtual assistants, content creator, international business development, and cultural consultants. Who are these people and how can it work? An AI language trainer trains AI machines, okay, with languages that they are very, very grounded in. They correct certain things, they listen, they check, because AI language trainers, there are different tasks that you be given to get the job done, and then it's your duty to make sure that you you train the AI agent in order to understand the language in the best possible way. Also, let's talk about the international customer support. Now, we normally have customer service. Now, customer service is also, the international arm of customer service is the international customer support, in the sense that you can be talking to other customers globally. You can be in Nigeria, because you speak French. You can actually speak with customers in France and all of that, making you an international customer support personnel. Also, language data analyst. You can be a data analyst who analyzes language. You can also work as a virtual assistant as well. You can also use your skills to become a content creator. Now, this is a very interesting skill that many people are not really making use of. Even I myself, I must say, myself, I'm not making serious use of it, because I always wish I could all the time, but there's so much I engage myself in that sometimes I can't just, I don't want to put myself into too many things. But if you are someone who is passionate about content creation, my weakness in my target language, English, which is my challenge. What is your weakness? I'm trying to understand about me. Can you make it clearer? I really want to understand. Thank you for that comment, but I really want to understand. So, do you mean that your weakness is your target language, which is English, or please get explain better so that I'll be able to respond to your comment. Thank you. So, yeah, so content creation, okay, is something you can do as a bilingual, as a polyglot. Imagine you speaking, English at some point, and then you switch to French, you switch to German, you switch to Spanish, you switch to something else. I'm telling you, you will become an online sensation. So, content, and people are really, really carried away by content these days. So, as a bilingual, a language professional, you can become a content creator. and you can do very well for yourself with content creation. Right. So let's go out to the next phase. Now, let's talk about artificial intelligence once again. English phonology. Right, English phonology. Well, it takes time. Everything you want to do in life, as long as you're passionate about it and you're consistent and you insist on it, I'm telling you, you're going to get there, okay? My love to you right now, but I can only encourage you because it can only get better, okay? It can only get better. Other career paths that you can, I would like to go back on the career. Now, do you know that you can also, that you can also host events? You can become an event host as a language professional, as a bilingual, as a polyglot. People are looking for event hosts that can speak more than one language. Okay, so by all means, please, let's DM. We'll talk about it. Okay, and I'll see how I can support. All right. Now, let's talk about language here. I mean, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Now, many people are, raising a lot of concerns on social media saying that AI is going to take all our jobs, it's going to take this, it's going to take that. But AI is not supposed to be seen as a threat, neither should it be seen as a competition. It should be seen as an assistant, a tool, as a yeah, let's use it as a tool or an equipment kind of, if I'm permitted to say that. How do I mean? You can use artificial intelligence to write letters, to prep interviews, to do research roles, to brainstorm ideas. Yes, you can brainstorm ideas seriously using artificial intelligence if you know how to give it the right prompts. Now, as AI translation tools, there are AI agents that translate documents very well. Apart from Google Translate, we have Deepl, we have so many other tools like that. Also, artificial intelligence can also be used to learn new languages, and also can be used for client communication as well. Now, other things we can use artificial intelligence for are things such as AI CV tools. You can use AI to optimize your CV. You can use it to tailor applications. You can use it to um, you can use it to um, you know you can use it to create friendly formats, okay, and also stand out to employers. But all of these are based on you, all right, getting it right when you use it. For example, if you don't use artificial intelligence well, there won't be a way for you to be able to, don't be a way. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is that you need to get the right prompts, because you need to give ai you need to give AI a prompt. You need to tell it what you want it to do for you. That is why it is your assistant. Now, how do you use AI to your own advantage? Or do you think it is just for you to ask for some funny questions? You can use AI to do so many things, and even use it to do things in order for you to also boost your person. You can use AI to generate ideas, content ideas, um business ideas. You can use AI to, you can develop a CV. If you have a CV now, you can give it to artificial intelligence agent, maybe ChatGPT, maybe Claude AI, or any other kind of AI. You can put your CV on there and tell that AI agent to coin your CV to a specific job, and it is going to do it. That is why AI is our assistant and not a competition. So now, there's so much that Lingua Fusion offers. There's so much Lingua Fusion offers. Now, in everything. Now, a Lingua Fusion offers the opportunity to be in the Lingua Fusion Pro network. Now, the Lingua Fusion Pro network offers job opportunities, courses and certificates, mentorship, global networking, freelance opportunities, and AI career resources. These are opportunities that you get once you become a member of the Lingua Fusion network. Now, what is the importance of this network? Lingua Fusion Pro is a platform whereby you be connected with global employers actively seeking multilingual professionals, especially freelancers. All right. You can also upskill with courses designed for language professionals in the modern world, such as, courses. You can take language courses on Lingua Fusion Pro. You can take interpretation courses, translation courses, and so many other courses and certifications through Lingua Fusion Pro platform. Also, you can get connected to mentors. You get guidance from experienced professionals who have walked your path and who are doing well in the industry, especially making money using their language skills. Also, Lingua Fusion offers global networking opportunities. You can build meaningful connections with multilingual professionals worldwide, globally. And also, I mentioned this before, freelance opportunities. You can access curated freelance projects that match your language specification, and also AI career resources. So you can get tools, guides, and resources that help you use artificial intelligence as your career assistant. So Lingua Fusion Pro is a platform that offers you, you know, to increase and improve yourself as a language professional, because most of us that studied language probably ended up with the only thing we must have done must have been probably the BSc or the BA that we got from our university, and maybe we've just been working and working and working, and we don't know how to, up our game. Probably we've been taking language proficiency examinations just to test how our language skills are. So at this point, okay, it's not just about you. Lingua Fusion offers you a network, a network of people like yourself. There's never been a gathering of language professionals in Nigeria, and that is one thing Lingua Fusion AI Summit is all about. We want people who graduated with languages such as French, German, Spanish, everyone to come under the same roof. Let's have deep conversations. Let us talk about the business and how to be better in our skills as language professionals, how to do business with our skills as language professionals, how to use language as a trading, as something you can trade, language as something you can sell, language as something that can change your life. So that is what Lingua Fusion AI Summit is all about. At Lingua Fusion AI Summit, we'll be having inspirational speakers. We'll have global networking opportunities, AI workshops, platform launch, and we also have career development and mentorship sessions. We are working with different universities such as EXU. We're working with the French Village as well. We are working with um, Alliance Française. We're working with um, Choir State University as well, and so many other. Yeah, we're also working with some the Faculty of Foreign Languages in OAU as well. So we're looking forward to have so many insightful sessions in Lingua Fusion AI Summit. The fusion belongs to you. Many people see language as a subject, we see it as a superpower. Many people see it as a threat. That's Many people see AI as a threat, which is true, but we see it as an opportunity. So many people are also working for opportunities, but at Lingua Fusion, we are building them. The future belongs to those who can connect people, cultures, and ideas, and the future belongs to you. So join our community if you are not yet here. Yeah, so yes, we're supposed to have someone join us as well. And he might be coming in just now. Let's see. So hopefully he will still meet us here. So he wants to talk to us about the artificial intelligence aspect of lingua fusion. Please, if you're just joining, drop us a comment and let us feel your presence. Let us know you are here with us. Thank you very much. And that's all for me. If you have any question, yeah, so we had some questions that some people left with us when they were registering. Let's take those questions. Let's take those questions. Let's take those questions. One sec. So we had some people ask a few questions and we just want to take those questions. Yep. So someone said, how can I be fluent? How can I be fluent in the language I'm learning? This is from Apara Christiana. Yes, because I dream of learning different languages. Yes, so when you join Lingua Fusion, definitely you will be able to take courses on the platform. And one said, how can one who has been stuck with the language for 2 years actually learn? So yeah, you can't, if you don't use the right method in learning, you might not learn um you might not learn correctly. For example, um there are some apps that are not very full. They don't give a lot of information. They don't give a lot of they just keep taking you around in circles. For example, Duolingo will just be asking you to pronounce words, say this, say that, and that, which is not usually how to learn language. When you learn languages such as, the numbers, you need to know the basics before you move, and then gradually you must also know how to read, write, and speak. You must learn how to read, write, and speak. And also, you must be able to hear. And that's where the listening test comes from in the language proficiency test. If you don't know how will you be able to hear if you don't understand the language? So, language proficiency will test you in every way to make sure that, you are really, really they'll test you in order to be sure that you are where you claim you are, or where you feel you are. They when you take a language test, I always encourage people who are learning languages to take language tests so that they'll be able to know their grade, their level in the language. When you study a language and you don't know what level you are, how will you rate yourself? Because anytime you say I speak a language, anytime you say, or you claim, or you want to prove, they will ask you, are you on the basic? Are you on the intermediate, on the advanced, or are you a native speaker? These things, if you don't take a language proficiency test, you will not be able to prove any of these points. Even in English language, the English people will still ask you to take all of these tests, and this will tell you how fluent or your grade in English. Sometimes we speak well, but we don't understand. Even while we have taken a lot of English tests, you still get to the environment and you'll be shocked that some of these things you don't understand them very well, because language is also connected. Language also has culture in it. It's not just what you hear that is language. Culture is embedded in language. Now, the way we speak Nigerian language is different from the way the English people speak the English language. And you might not understand until you get to an English environment like outside Nigeria, and you go to places like England and other parts of the world where they speak English, and you discover that their English is different from what you understand as a Nigerian. The same way they will feel like you don't understand English, and you'll be like, are we not speaking the same English? It's not English that you're speaking, so um anyways, I hope you have had a great time listening to the session today. I hope it's been insightful. I hope you've been motivated enough to believe in yourself as a language enthusiast, as a language professional, and as one who wants to trade with language in the nearest future. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, Abayomi. Thank you, Ephraim. Thank you, Nana. Ephraim, Nana. Thank you very much, Godfrey. Thank you very much, Godfrey. Please, if I didn't mention your name, please leave. Let us know. Just drop a comment in the box, and let's be able to. Let's acknowledge you that you stopped by. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to you joining the summit, registering for the summit. We'll be please follow our social media pages. You see Lingua Fusion on Facebook, Lingua Fusion on Instagram, and I think we have Lingua Fusion on X as well. So please join the movement. Join the movement. You are valuable, and as a linguist, you are extremely valuable. If only you know so. But today, I believe that you know it already, and the future belongs to you. Thank you very much for joining the session, and this is going to bring us to the end of the session today. We're looking forward to having you more. We'll be having more sessions on the Lingua Fusion, and hopefully soon we will be back again. Thank you very much, and that's us from now. Ciao, au revoir, à tout à l'heure, à bientôt. Bye bye.